Hey, what's up, Hammer fan? Welcome back to HammeredHead. We got another double whammy today. We're going with a Peasant Disguise theme to check out Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala from Attack of the Clones. These are some older figures, but they check out. Always thought this was really goofy that these guys are supposed to be disguised as peasants, but they're really dressed up. Anakin's not quite as bad as Padme, but looking at the card back, it's a nice shot. A little artsy. I feel like this isn't actually from the movie, but I might be wrong. But he looks good. It's a nice shade of orange in the background. VC32, so we're really delving back for these guys. But I think this is a repack, which is why we got some newer figures on there. Yeah, he looks pretty good. And then Padme looks a lot more dressed up, so she definitely doesn't look like a peasant. I really don't think they did a good job disguising themselves as refugees in this scene. This is nuts. But it's a really cool outfit. I like the headdress. Awesome shade of yellow on the back there. We don't see that too often. So that's pretty cool. VC33, and a really uncomfortably close shot of her face here. Celebrate the legendary Star Wars saga that changed the universe forever. This collection brings to life the incredible story of good versus evil that captured our imagination, took us to a galaxy far, far away. Iconic Star Wars heroes and villains are captured with incredible detail and premium features to commemorate each epic tale in the Star Wars saga. May the Force be with you. Attack of the Clones 2002. Pretty cool. So this is obviously like a super old card back. But yeah, the figures I think are going to be kind of fun. Definitely, I anticipate they'll be aged, but it's a really fun outfit look for both of them. So let's check these peasants out. And here we have them. Overall, I'm pretty happy with these guys just because it's kind of an obscure look for them. They only give it like one scene, so all things considered, they look pretty good for that appearance. They are, like I said, definitely older figures, and as we look closer, you'll see. But pretty glaringly, Padme's face is kind of horrific. That looks like something I'd see in a nightmare, not really anything like Padme at all. So they've definitely come a long way in terms of the face sculpts. Anakin's looks a little bit better, but he's still a little bit off. But, not nearly as bad as Padme. That one's pretty horrific. But if we look closer, it's a decent sculpt all around. Anakin's pretty hidden by this poncho. But he got a nice Padawan braid. And then he grips the lightsaber really well, which is a decent sculpt here. Painted pretty well. And then we can lift the poncho off right over his braid here, I think. There we go. And now underneath is where he makes his money. Really cool shirt. Super interesting, I guess, paint scheme or design on that textile, whatever that is. He's got a cool wrap over his waist. So, in the movie, he's wearing the poncho, but the figure, I think, looks 1,000 times better with it off. He could be at, like, a dinner party like this. This is cool. And then, only other accessory he comes with is a lightsaber hilt. And then, does it clip on anywhere? Yep. It's got a little hole in the side for the hilt, which will... there we go. Slides in, just like that. So Anakin's pretty sweet. Definitely like him better with the poncho off, but I'll probably just play him with it on just for screen accuracy. Now Padme is a little bit more annoying in pretty much every regard. Her blaster she can really only hold in like this goofy manner like this. She absolutely does not want to hold it in her right hand. It just constantly falls out. But her outfit is really cool. So this headpiece also just falls off really easily, which is pretty annoying, but it looks really cool. It's got a nice design on it, cool color scheme. And then even with it off, she looks pretty legit. Kind of like that style. But then as you saw in the box, she comes with this alternate headdress that she can throw right on. And I don't think this goes on over that unless I'm high, but I'm pretty sure it's like a one or the other thing. So I think she looks better with the metal one on, but it constantly falls off. This one's really snug on there, and it looks pretty okay. And then just other than that, the soft goods on here are pretty good. Simple, but they fit well. Really good coloring on the sleeves here. and then just a lot of detail on the paint to style her outfit. So this is seems like a pretty wealthy peasant, if you ask me. I don't know who she was trying to disguise herself as. But the appearance is good. It's a good action figure all around. I think the face sculpt is the worst part of it. But, you know, it gets the job done for a peasant disguise Padme and Anakin. As for articulation, Anakin's going to be a little bit better than Padme for obvious reasons. Ball joint head, great range of motion. Great range of motion in the ball shoulders there. Elbows are pretty unfortunate. They don't really do much of anything. Way less than 90. Swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, which sucks. Ball knees go about 90, and then ball ankles. So it's, you know, checks out for a figure his age. And then Padme is going to be way less than that. So looks like it could theoretically be a ball head, but that's not going anywhere because of the sculpt. Shoulders are ball, a little tough to move, but there they go. Decent range there. Elbows also ball, but really got to be careful there because the wrists are so thin. Just make sure you grab it here when you bend it. But they go about 90. Swivel forearms, really. And then a swivel waist. This looks like... Honestly, I don't even think she has any articulation in her legs. So yeah, she's just going to balance just like that. You're not really getting anything out of her. So there you go. That's Peasant Disguise, Anakin Skywalker, and Padme Amidala. I'm happy with these figures overall. They definitely aren't the best figures ever, but I don't think they necessarily need a remake just because of how brief appearances they have in these outfits. I do think that they definitely put their heart and soul into making them look good. A lot of great paint applications, cool outfit designs here. So I really like that they made these. I think Padme especially looks really cool. And Anakin, once you get that poncho off, there's a lot of detail under there. So just in terms of, you know, making your collections look a little bit more interesting, I think they're worth picking up. But they're, you know, they're not the best of each respective character. So if you're not really into them, I wouldn't necessarily go out of your way. But yeah, that's all I got. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page, and don't forget, stay hammered.